In the previous video, we introduced 6 trigonometric functions via a right triangle. And today we're going to talk about the relationship between those 6 functions. Well, is it clear? It's easy to see that secant is 1 over cosine. You can easily see that cosecant is 1 over sine. And in the same way, cotangent is 1 over tangent. So really, if I know 3 functions on the left, I can easily find 3 functions on the right. But that's not the limit. We can do better than that. So let's look at the tangent itself. And we see the tangent is the ratio of the opposite leg to the adjacent leg. Well, let's divide numerator and denominator by hypotenuse. See, we're going to have an expression like this. And what we see now that numerator is actually should look very familiar to you. It looks like sine. Denominator looks like cosine. So really, if you just know sine and cosine, we can quickly calculate tangent. We don't need to know. Okay? So let's not stop here. Let's look if we can find any relationship between sine and cosine. Well, we'll start with Pythagorean theorem. In the right triangle, we know that sum of squares of the legs equals square of hypotenuse. What we're going to do is this equation next is we're going to divide it by c squared. This is what we got. And then we're going to simplify it a little bit. And now what do we see? We see a over c here, and we see b over c here. So a over c is cosine, b over c is sine. So cosine squared and sine squared gives us 1 together. Okay? So what it tells us, this relationship relates sine and cosine. So I really need to know just one of them to find another one. Then I can use them to find tangent. And then I can find all the other 3 trigonometric functions. Well, in reality, we don't have to start with sine or cosine and find other functions. We really can start with any of those 6 functions first and find the other 5 functions.